The Mercedes-Benz E-Class has long stood as a benchmark of the midsize luxury sedan segment. A symbol of refined performance, understated elegance, and technological prowess. But for 2026, Mercedes-Benz has taken a bold leap into the future, unveiling a new E-Class that doesn't just iterate, it reinvents. This is not just a facelift or a mild update. This is a ground-up redefinition of what the E-Class stands for in an era of electrification, digitalization, and sustainable luxury. The 2026 E-Class combines the best of what Mercedes has learned over decades of building luxury cars and fuses it with the cutting-edge technologies shaping the future. From the moment you lay eyes on the car, it's clear this is a different beast. The design language is sharper, more aerodynamic, and unmistakably modern. It borrows cues from the E-Class, but without abandoning the classic proportions that make an E-Class, well, an E-Class. The front fascia is dominated by a new grille that blends seamlessly into the headlights. This grille, depending on trim and package, may be illuminated for a futuristic flair. It's not just for show, it also aids in the vehicle's improved aerodynamics. The headlights themselves are digital light units, offering precision-controlled beams capable of projecting warnings or navigation symbols on the road. It's the kind of technology that feels like science fiction but is very much a reality. Along the sides, you'll notice cleaner lines, flush door handles, and improved surface treatment. The new E-Class achieves a drag coefficient as low as 0.23, putting it among the most aerodynamic sedans in its class. The rear follows suit, with thinner, more angular taillights that wrap around the corners, connected by a subtle LED light bar that gives the car a distinctive nighttime signature. Underneath this sleek body lies a choice of powertrains that reflect the transitional era we're in. Unlike the fully electric E, the 2026 E-Class offers internal combustion, hybrid, and plug-in hybrid variants. The base models start with a 2.0-litre turbocharged inline-4, producing around 255 horsepower and 295 pounds-to-feet of torque. This engine has been heavily revised for better thermal efficiency and smoother power delivery. But things get more interesting with the plug-in hybrid variants. The E350 combines the same turbocharged four-cylinder engine with a 129 horsepower electric motor, delivering a combined output of over 300 horsepower. But more importantly, the battery has been significantly upgraded, now offering up to 80 kilometers or around 50 miles of pure electric range, thanks to a new 25.4 kilowatt-hour battery pack. That's more than enough for most daily commutes, making this E-Class an ideal bridge between gas and electric. And for those who want power and prestige, the E450 comes with a 3.0-litre inline-6, now with a 48-volt mild hybrid system. The result: a silky smooth 375 horsepower and 369 pounds-to-feet of torque, with power delivery that feels both effortless and immediate. Mercedes has managed to reduce turbo lag while improving fuel efficiency across the board. All powertrains are paired with Mercedes' tried and true 9G-tronic automatic transmission, and 4MATIC all-wheel drive is available or standard on most trims. The driving dynamics have also been refined. A new generation of airmatic air suspension, coupled with adaptive dampers and rear-wheel steering, gives the 2026 E-Class an agility that belies its size. At low speeds, the rear wheels can turn in the opposite direction to the fronts, effectively shortening the wheelbase for better maneuverability. At high speeds, they turn in sync for greater stability. Inside, the reinvention continues. Step into the 2026 E-Class, and you're stepping into what Mercedes calls the hyper-analog cabin. It's a blend of high-tech screens and tactile, luxurious materials. Depending on the trim, you'll find leather, open-pore wood, brushed metal, and even new sustainable materials like MBUX made from recycled plastics. Dominating the dashboard is the optional Super Screen, a wide, single-glass panel that integrates the driver's display, central infotainment, and a dedicated passenger screen. It's essentially a smaller version of the hyperscreen found in the EQS, but reimagined for a traditional sedan layout. The central display runs MBUX, the latest version of Mercedes' infotainment system, now faster, more intuitive, and capable of adapting to your preferences using AI. But it's not just screens for the sake of screens. Mercedes has doubled down on usability. There are physical controls for key functions, improved haptic feedback, and even intelligent lighting that adapts to your mood, driving mode, and the time of day. The ambient lighting system now has more than 64 colors and can even pulse or flow with the music, giving the cabin a futuristic lounge-like feel. Speaking of music, the 2026 E-Class offers one of the best audio systems in the industry. The optional Burmester 4D surround sound system doesn't just play music, it lets you feel it. Using resonators in the seats, you can feel the bass through your body, creating an immersive experience that's more concert hall than car cabin. Rear passengers are not left out, either. The longer wheelbase provides more legroom, especially in the Chinese market long wheelbase version. Rear climate control, heated and ventilated seats, sunshades, and even a rear entertainment system are available, turning the back seat into a mobile lounge. In terms of tech, the E-Class now comes with an AI-based assistant that learns your routines. If you always call someone on your drive home, the car will suggest it. If you prefer a certain temperature and seat setting at a certain time, it will automatically adjust. It can even respond to voice commands without the typical "Hey Mercedes" wake word. Just speak naturally, and the car responds. Safety, as expected, is top tier. The 2026 E-Class comes with Level 2 Plus driver assistance, including adaptive cruise control with stop and go, lane centering, automatic lane changes, and more. The car uses a suite of cameras, radar, and lidar to monitor its surroundings, and it can perform evasive maneuvers, emergency braking, and even park itself. There's also an updated version of Mercedes' pre-safe system that can prepare the cabin and even move occupants away from danger in the milliseconds before a crash. In some markets, Mercedes will also offer Drive Pilot, its Level 3 hands-free system that allows true autonomous driving in specific conditions, like highways under 40 miles per hour. This is the same system being rolled out in the S-Class and EQS, and its presence in the E-Class shows just how far Mercedes is pushing the envelope. But it's not all about tech and luxury. The E-Class has always had a soul, a balance between being a business tool and a driver's car. For 2026, that essence remains. The steering feel has been improved with better weighting and more feedback. The chassis feels more planted, and even though it's packed with electronics, there's still a mechanical honesty to how it drives. And for those wondering about the AMG versions, yes, they are coming. Mercedes-AMG is working on high-performance variants of the 2026 E-Class, including the A53 and possibly an E63E with a plug-in hybrid V8 or a high-output inline-6 with electric assist. Expect those models to be unveiled in 2025 and 2026, with power figures well north of 600 horsepower and track-ready tech to match. Another interesting addition is Mercedes' integration of third-party apps into MBUX. You can now run TikTok, Zoom, WebEx, and even play Angry Birds right from the dashboard. While it might seem gimmicky, it's a sign of how cars are becoming entertainment hubs as much as they are modes of transportation. charging capabilities have also improved. Plug-in hybrid models support fast charging up to 60 kilowatts, allowing a full recharge in about 30 minutes. Home AC charging via a 9.6 kilowatts onboard charger is also standard, and Mercedes will offer smart wall boxes with solar integration for those investing in home energy systems. Mercedes has also worked hard to make the 2026 E-Class more sustainable. Production at the Sindelfingen plant is carbon neutral, and the car uses more recycled materials than ever before. The carpets are made from recycled fishing nets. Even the paint processes have been optimized to reduce emissions. Pricing starts at an estimated $60,000 for the base E300 in the US, with plug-in hybrids starting closer to $70,000. Fully loaded models, especially with the Super Screen, Burmester Audio, and AMG line packages, can push the price into the $90,000 range. And while that may sound steep, the E-Class has always justified its price through long-term value, build quality, and unmatched refinement. The 2026 E-Class will begin deliveries in Europe in late 2025, with US models arriving in spring 2026. Expect long wheelbase variants to be sold in China and select Asian markets, where rear seat comfort is a bigger priority. Mercedes will also continue to offer wagon and all-terrain versions in certain regions, although their availability in the US remains uncertain. So what does this all mean? The 2026 E-Class isn't just a luxury sedan. It's a mission statement. A car that proves traditional internal combustion vehicles can still evolve, adapt, and impress even as the industry moves toward full electrification. It's a bridge between two worlds, the analog and the digital, the gas-powered and the electric, the present and the future. Mercedes-Benz has taken the essence of what made the E-Class so beloved: its poise, its understated luxury, its quiet confidence, and reimagined it for a generation that expects more. More intelligence, more sustainability, more personalization, and more innovation. For buyers who still want a sedan that does everything: commute, cruise, entertain, protect, and inspire, the 2026 E-Class may be one of the most complete packages ever created. And while the world rushes toward SUVs and EVs, it's reassuring to see Mercedes hasn't forgotten the power of a perfectly engineered sedan. Because in the end, the E-Class isn't just about luxury or tech. It's about presence. And in 2026, that presence is stronger than ever.